Hello Pirate fans and welcome to another edition of Hall Talk. My name is Frank Frasco. With the 2018 schedule announced about a month ago, the Seton Hall baseball team are headed to Raleigh, North Carolina to begin their season with a 3-game series against number 23 NC State. Shane McCarthy is expected to take the mound for the first game to begin his senior season. We will discuss the series and more preseason analysis. Moving over to hoops, the men's basketball team suffered a tough loss in Cincinnati as they fell to number 4 Xavier, who currently sits atop the Big East. Musketeers senior Trayvon Blewett had a season-high 37 points, shooting 8 from 11 from beyond the arc. With 5 games remaining, 3 being at the Rock, how will this season's ending fare for the Pirates? We will discuss that and more. This is Hall Talk. We welcome you back to Hall Talk. Alongside myself are my panelists, Keith Egan, Robert Ruskowski. How are we doing, guys?
Pretty good. Baseball season coming up. Good time of year.
Right?
It's great to be here. It's always a pleasure.
So, looking at the team right now, we had 3 players, Shane McCarthy, Colin Dana, and Ryan Ramirez, make it, and they were nominated for the 2018 preseason All-Big East first team. And Dana was one of 4 unanimous players on the preseason ranking. So, in your opinion, what are your thoughts on which 3 will be the most impactful in your opinion? Rob first.
Well, I think Dana's going to be pretty impactful, but I think Shane McCarthy needs to be the most impactful. I mean, he had an off year last year, so coming off that, and I think the Pirates really need him to pitch well this year if they want to finish in the top 4 again.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think that McCarthy had a disappointing year last year, and that's why he, wanted to come back and end on a good note. And for the hitters, it's going to be the whole lineup. Putting the stress on 1 or 2 people may not be the best way to go. What's important is really how they do with men on base. And if they can knock the runners in, get the RBIs at the best times, but there's a lot of hitters in this lineup, I think that the stretch is going to be on the pitching this year.
Yeah, and then junior Colin Dana, him being a junior, he still has 1 more year left, if everything goes right for the Pirates. Any thoughts on him coming into the season?
I think he could be a key player. I mean, obviously, all the Big East has respect for him for being on that list as a unanimous voted in, and him in that middle of that lineup, I think there's so many dynamic hitters there that they have a lot they could do.
I was going to say, I mean, it is big when you're unanimous because he's not only big for the Pirates, but everyone else knows that he's the guy to circle, that we need to get him out. We need to try to find a way to beat him.
And we can't wait to see him on the mound.
Can't wait.
Moving forward, this weekend they play number 23 NC State, and the Pirates play against 12 total teams that made last year's tournament, NCAA tournament. And their first series, obviously, it's going to be a big one this weekend. What are your thoughts about them having to play 12 teams that made it last year to the tournament? Is it tough, or is it something that they can come around and get done?
It's definitely going to be tough, but that's if you want to be a top team, you got to play the top teams, and that's going to really condition them to play better baseball. They're going to be forced to stay on their game at all times, not slip up, and it's Big East. Baseball works a little different than basketball. You see basketball kind of packing their schedule with big teams, so in March they get that bid, and I think the Seton Hall team really is putting this schedule together so that they're ready for Big East play. They're ready to get going so they can have a full season.
I was thinking the same thing. These are really like resume opportunities here. Not so much for the March Madness, but more to get ready for Big East because it's not an easy conference. It's really not. And they played number 2 Florida last year, so they're used to the pressure. And they beat them once, so hopefully they could beat these guys a couple times.
Looking at preseason rankings, they're predicted 4th in the Big East right now. Do you believe that's high, low, or just in the middle and just right?
I think that's just about right. I mean, when it comes down to it, you want to be in the Big East tournament. So if you get that 4th spot, then I think they're happy there, but they want to reach for the top. Obviously, St. John's a lot of talent there, Creighton a lot of talent there, and this is a Big East that has really improved in baseball over the years, and Seton Hall just to be in that top 4, that's where the goal is. So obviously 4 is good. They would like to be 3 or 2. So we'll see how it goes throughout the year.
I'm going to put them as a little low. I'm going to put them up to 3 on that one. I really think they know how that 4-1 game felt last year. Unfortunately, that lost to Creighton. So I think they definitely want to be in that 3-2 game, maybe get some momentum going into that semifinal game, or final game, I should say.
Now, getting ready for baseball, Our own panelist, Rob Ruskowski, was on the green today in our segment, Robbie on the Green.
Welcome back to Robbie on the Green. I am back after some brief contract negotiations, and we have mic flags now. On today's episode, we'll be discussing baseball, including the Baseball Bachelor game, who's on first, and a Craig Biggio autograph. That's the Green. I'm Robbie. This is baseball. This is Robbie on the Green. Oh, he's vaping. I don't like vapors. we don't accept. Although they're playing baseball.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Baseball. How you doing? Can we ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Do you know anything about Seton Hall baseball?
I play over there, not much else.
What's the name of the field?
Owen something. Gosh.
Do you know anything about baseball?
Yes, I know a few things about baseball.
Do you know about Seton Hall baseball?
Yes, I know about Seton Hall baseball. I'm a fan.
You're a fan?
Yeah.
What do you think the record's going to be this year?
The team this year?
Yes, team.
I
This
hope
year.
they do well. I mean,
Do well?
I'm a fan of Craig Biggio, so.
Craig Biggio.
Yeah.
Would you mind giving us an autograph of him?
Oh, I wish I did.
Okay. We have a game for you. This
Okay.
ball.
All right.
This marker.
Yeah.
Sign Craig Biggio.
So, sign Craig Biggio?
Yes.
What was it? Probably a big.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
you
We
like
got some
that?
quiggles. Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
This is official stuff.
Yeah. I'm right.
And-
SHU. Hashtag. There you go.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
Wanna
Thank you.
throw the ball?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. It's over there.
We're going around the train. Oh, it's so wet. Excuse me, sir. Are you a fan of Craig Biggio?
Yes, I am a
I have an autographed ball by him.
Oh,
That's
thank
how
you,
real.
thank you.
Look at that, making people happy. Have a good
Oh my
day,
God,
sir.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Take care, guys.
Making dreams come true. Once again, that is the Green. I'm Robbie. This has been Robbie on the Green. If I don't get fired, I'll see you next time. If you need me, I'll be at the O&T Carroll Field. Now I'm throwing it back to you guys in the studio. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't have any quiggles of Craig Biggio, but
Nice job, nice catch, great segment. Loved that. You came full circle. That guy with the ball was great. Great job, Rob.
yeah, it was a lot of fun, and the full video will be coming shortly. So check Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Good stuff.
Excited. We're excited for baseball season. It will be a lot of fun. Very interesting. We'll have definitely a lot more segments of Robbie. on
Hope
the Green,
so.
So make sure to watch that. Moving into basketball, we always have to end with that entire just frustration when it comes to the loss of Xavier that they had last night or 2 nights ago. I'm sorry, 102-90, down 25 in the first half, and they lighted up in the second half, having 65 second half points. My question is, we've seen this time and time again. We saw it in Georgetown last week. They come out firing in the second half. The first half, they're non-existent. Keith, my question has to be for you. Powell had 30 points. As I said before, 65 second half points. What are your thoughts about this game? It was very frustrating if you're a Pirates fan.
Yeah, it's all been very frustrating for all Pirate fans, and I think that you're seeing the young players really showing a good effort. Between Miles has done it all year, Jordan Walker, Memu Kalashvili really came in and made a good presence for himself. But other than that, the first half was where everything went wrong. You can't just play one half, and that's what they've kind of done lately. So it starts defensively. A lot of teams have been putting up crazy numbers on them shooting-wise, and sometimes teams shoot phenomenal, but sometimes you just got to play better defense and not let them have the open shots that they get. And, between that, fouling at the worst times possible, it was just another frustrating game for the Pirates.
I agree completely. I mean, there were some bright spots in the freshmen and the foul shooting. We finally got up to 90. But, I mean, the Seton Hall, they're just not able to click on all cylinders. Every game, there's just one aspect that just falls completely flat. And they need to play a full 40 minutes. I mean, we're a long way from non-conference when you had those, easier teams where you could play a little lax at times and then just come out strong at the end. But you can't get into a 20-point deficit at halftime. You just can't come back from that.
I completely agree. And with 5 games left in this, we'll go over each game very quickly. So this Sunday, they have DePaul. Then next week, they have at Providence, at St. John's. Guys, that's going to be a tough 2 road games, especially St. John's. at Madison Square Garden. And with the success that the Red Storm have had recently, what are your thoughts in these next 3 games? What are some predictions, and what do they have to do to move forward?
Well, every away game in the Big East Conference is a tough one. So, it doesn't matter where they are, top to bottom in the standings. St. John's is obviously riding a hot wave coming into it. The problem is for the Pirates is this is a very important next 3 games. And in my opinion, if they want to be the team, if they want to get back on track, they want to be the team that preseason people thought they would be, you got to win all 3. These are 3 winnable games, and they're 3 games that you have to take care of business. And they haven't really done that recently. So here's their opportunity to get back on track. They get a little bit of time off in between some of these. They're just get into a rhythm, get back into something. You're going to be playing at Madison Square Garden. That's a nice tune-up before the Big East tournament on the biggest stage in the conference in the world. So before you go to Nova, they can't look forward to that 4th game in Nova when they play at home. Take care of business right away.
And just to give a little, Providence, they just beat Villanova, and that was a crazy game at home, and they're doing spectacular right now. Is there one game, Rob, that you feel in these next 5 games that they have to win to make a statement in the Big East tournament and the NCAA tournament to come?
I think the biggest game, like you were saying, is Providence. We are really close to them in the standings. I mean, seeding is everything in the Big East tournament, and that's a game that we're not great away, and that's a game that we need to win. I think we need to get that one, definitely.
Last 5 games remaining in the Pirates schedule. It's going to be very interesting. First one starting this Sunday. So, for Rob Rusalski, Keith Egan, my name is Frank Frasco. Go Pirates, and have a great weekend. Thank you.